Hey, Mike with Nerd Problems Gaming here, and welcome to Nerd Problems Gaming, the channel where we go through the good and bad of everything nerdy to make sure you spend your time on the best of the best. In today's video, I'll be doing a review of Magic Duels for Xbox One, so stay tuned. Now, if you're not familiar with Magic the Gathering or Magic cards or Magic Duels, basically the premise of it is you build a deck, so it's a deck building game, and so you'll build a deck of cards, and your goal is basically to defeat your opponent, and they have 20 life or 20 health, and your job is to deplete them of that. And then throughout the game, what you're going to do is you're going to build decks of cards, and there's various colors that you can choose from, basically different types of magic or different types of spells. So there's, white, green, red, black, and blue of the different spell types, and they each kind of have their own unique abilities. So red type spells are going to usually be little monsters like goblins, and like cards that are going to do like instant damage to try and attack and kill your opponent, where green is going to be more like building up big creatures and different things like that. White is going to be more healing spells and flying creatures and angels, and then you're going to have black, which is going to be more like zombies and vampires, draining life from your opponent, overwhelming them with tiny zombie creatures or skeletons, or sacrificing your creatures and spells to do damage to your opponent. So, and then blue is going to be kind of more counter magic, making them discard cards, countering their spells. So it's cool, like each different category really has their own benefits, strengths, and weaknesses. And what's fun about the game is that you can basically go through and make whatever kind of deck that you want. So you can combine different colors. So like this is one, like it's red and green. Obviously these are the physical cards, but you can do the same thing in Magic Duels as well. And so, what do I like about this game? What do I not like about this game? One thing that's really cool that I like about it is it still has the different expansions, right? There's different series that you can get throughout the game, and so it's like a freemium game, which is nice too. So it's free, which is cool. So unless you want to buy coins within the game to unlock more booster packs, more card sets. So again, its heart, it's a collectible card game, and so you can still do that offline and buy the cards, but they've really mimicked that aspect in the game as well, which is pretty cool. So you'll get coins as you play and go through the story mode, which is nice because it can be sort of a complex game. There's a lot of different rules, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple to start adding on more rules at a time. But one thing that I like about this game is that it has like challenge missions almost, or little tutorials built in that you can earn coins from as you learn different aspects of the game. And then as you play throughout the storyline, you'll also get to play as different types of decks. So you might play as like more an all-out aggressive type deck and kind of learn how to win that way. Or again, you might build another deck that's going to be based more on countering spells and winning that way, or massing a ton of creatures to overwhelm your opponent. So there's all kinds of different play styles and deck styles you can do throughout the game. And as you play through the storyline, it really gives you those different scenarios, and you need to do that aspect basically to win or beat the scenario. So I really like that aspect because it gave me a lot of different ideas and creative ways to build a deck, which is pretty fun, and try out different play styles that maybe I'm not normally used to. So that aspect was really fun. And they've been expanding it since it's been out. I know it's been out several years, but they're constantly adding new expansions, new card series that you can plug into and get. And so what's cool about it that I like is you don't need to spend a ton of money on it. When I first got introduced to Magic, man, I was probably in like middle school, maybe, 8, 9, 10 years old, something like that. And so you don't necessarily have a ton of money coming in, when you're that age, because you don't have a job. So, if you want to continue to get better cards and more cards, it was pretty hard to do. Because again, it's a collectible card game, and so you're constantly going to be buying booster packs and new packs of cards, starter decks, There's new expansions coming out, so it was pretty expensive to really be able to do or get into when I was a kid. So having a game like this where you can play it, experience it, have the fun of the game, and not really have to spend money on it unless you want to is definitely really cool, and an extra bonus that was fun with it. Another aspect too, it maybe depending on where you live, maybe you don't have a ton of friends that play Magic or the ability to play offline games with people. So this is pretty nice because you can play both the computer and, you plug into the Xbox Live, the internet, and basically are able to play other people and their decks and the decks that they've customized and made as well. So that's pretty fun in that aspect too, because again, you can kind of hop on and play a game whenever you want, versus trying to hunt down friends that have Magic cards as well that you want to play with. So that's always fun too. One aspect that I wish that this game had was kind of like an offline 2-player mode. They have an option where you can play almost as 4 people. So you and the person that you're with each have their deck. So it's kind of like 2-on-2, but I wish they had it as like a 1-on-1 option. I think that would be fun to play with some people locally. So, if you had a friend that wanted to kind of try Magic out for the first time, didn't want to spend a ton of money on a deck or anything like that, they could just play with you on the game. So I think that would have been a cool feature if they would have had that. Another aspect, if you've been playing Magic for a long time, you may have played the game that came out in I think it was 97, Magic the Gathering on the PC, and that kind of had like an overworld map and more of a storyline as you played through, and you fought different people and found new cards as you explored. I really wish that this game had that kind of aspect to it, because I remember that being a lot of fun. And then also, if you're watching the video too, maybe a way to get that game and still play today. I still have the physical copy, but with how computers are, mine's too fast and it won't let me play it. So maybe somebody could let me know in the comments below if there's a cool way to be able to play that older game as well. But again, overall, Magic Duels, it's a lot of fun. I would certainly recommend taking advantage of it, playing it if you haven't played the game before. If you haven't played Magic before, it's fun. It teaches you how in a pretty simple way. And then if you're a fan of the series already, it's another cool aspect where you can collect cards and not maybe spend a fortune on it either. So it's pretty fun in that sense. And then you can also jump online, use your own custom decks that you build through the cards that you've purchased, with in-game coins that you may have either gotten through playing the game and winning versus battles, or if you decide to buy some too, you can build your own decks a little bit faster that way as well. But it's a lot of fun. So again, I would certainly recommend picking up the game if you haven't yet. Like I said, it's free. So, you can even try it and see how you like it. And then if you decide to buy more packs or boosters or whatever the case is, you can do that too. So highly recommend checking out this game if you're a Magic the Gathering fan. So again, hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this review, and definitely pick it up if you haven't yet. And then also just wanted to give a quick shout out to one of our new patrons, Joel Folkalt. So thanks for becoming a new patron of ours and joining the Nerd Problems Gaming community. So if you would like to do that as well, get early access to our videos and some extra content over there, feel free to check that out. You can become a patron of ours over on patreon.com/Nerd Problems Gaming. And then if you'd also like to check out some of our live stream over on Twitch, you can do so over at twitch.tv/MikeMacDirect and be able to plug into those live stream videos and Let's Plays that we do over there as the channel as well. But again, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll look forward to talking to you more soon.